me. It's AlexisMaurice and my co-host, Mr.
For Hollywood.
And we have a guest co-host, Mr. Gallo, the guy you know. So anytime Gallo's here, but you know what we talking about. We talking about Housewives shit. And we about to talk about Real Housewives of New Jersey. We about to talk about some of the biggest storylines of the season. Teresa versus basically everybody. Danielle versus Jen Aiden. My biggest disappointment of them all. Jackie versus Margaret, and Jackie being on the wrong side of history. So go ahead and pour yourself a glass of wine. Put on some lipstick, put on a chair, because now is the time for a new episode of The Wine Up. Please make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you share it on all of your social media platforms. Please make sure that you comment. Let us know what you're thinking as we're going along.
Subscribe, share, comment, like, all of that. Put it on all your social medias.
Gallo, tell the people how they can find you, friend.
Find me anything at GTGYK.
That means Gallo G, the T G guy, Y U K.
No.
Simple as that.
Just finished watching season 14 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. And after this season, things will never, ever be the same again. Now, before we get to what's going to happen, how we going to move forward, who should move forward, who should not move forward, bitch, we're going to recap a little bit everything that happened during season 14. Starting with
Teresa.
No, we're going to say Teresa for last. Let's talk about...
Because she's the best. Yeah.
Oh, child. Please, Gallo. I don't know about all that. Nah.
Okay.
The queen.
Danielle versus Jen Aiden. The biggest thing with Jen Aiden and Danielle is that last season, they were friends. They were getting to know each other. Jen Aiden was kind of embracing Danielle. But this season, we saw their relationship kind of take a turn for the worse. Mainly because questioning some of Danielle's behavior. Allegedly, according to Jen, Danielle talks down to her hairstylist, her makeup stylist people. In addition to that, Danielle had a charity event where Jen is accusing her of taking some of the money or not giving all of the proceeds to the charity in question. Danielle felt like Jen should have stuck up for her, or all of those other people were kind of talking about her in the streets. Things escalated down to Teresa's Tulum party, but things got physical between the two of them, and now everyone is trying to say, oh, it's Jen Aiden's fault. It's Danielle's fault. Jen Aiden got in her personal space. Danielle should have never put her hands on nobody. Who do you think is to blame for the altercation? We got to put the blame on somebody.
I'm not going to lie. This one broke my heart because I really love Jennifer Aiden and I really love Neil Cabral. I think it's like a misunderstanding. I still think to this day. I don't think it's that deep. I just think Jennifer Aiden reminds me a lot. She could use her words very great, like how Candace Dillard Bassett can. She knows how to use her words very wisely and can get under. Yeah, I guess. More Candace, I said. But knows how to use her words so, just get under someone's skin. And she definitely got under Danielle's skin. I don't think it's no one to blame, to be honest. I think it was just a bad misunderstanding.
Come on, Gallo. You gotta pick a side.
I can't with them. I love both of them. Regardless, I'm Dolores in this situation, okay? I love both of them. I don't think it's not one other to blame. I think it's just people in their ears because people are trying to get Danielle on the other side, away from Teresa and Jennifer, and that obviously happened. And I think it doesn't help when that did happen. I'm sure everyone on the other side was talking about Teresa and Jennifer to make her dislike them even more. Because it's funny how after that happened, slowly Danielle started distancing herself from Teresa as well.
You know what, Gallo? This is why I like you, okay? Because you're very perceptive. I agree with you 100%. The thing about Danielle, she's clearly a newer housewife. So to me, Danielle didn't really know how this works. Because last season, she was like, well, I'm Team Teresa, but then maybe other people got in her ear, the producers got in her ear. I don't know what happened with her. I like it, don't get me wrong, but to me, it's very clear that she's being pulled in both directions. She's listening to different people and she don't know which way to go. She thought last season, okay, things are going to be this way, but now she came back this season and things are a little different, and I think it threw Danielle off. She didn't know who to believe. She didn't know who to ride with. She didn't know who to be loyal to. But at the end of the day, in the beginning of the morning, the middle of the afternoon, I think she chose the right side. Okay? You know, I just, you know,
that's why your side's going to be gone.
Whose side's going to be gone?
Your side.
Okay. Okay, girl, bye. Let's push pause for a minute. But if you don't want to say who's at fault here, I'll say who's at fault. But
who's at fault?
I'm going to let Trei talk first because Trei really doesn't watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Fun fact. But he did a little homework for this recording. And the reason why I specifically wanted him here because he really has an objective view on things. All he had was a fresh look at everything. So Trei, you saw the fight. Whose side are you on? Who's at fault here?
So I feel like anytime that you are provoked and you put your hands on someone, you have to be able to be at a place where you can expect them to retaliate. So I think that Jen is at fault. I believe that Danielle didn't do anything wrong in this situation. I feel like she came and she asked to speak with her. She tried to have the conversation. And then Jen just took it to a point where you're trying to really demean her and talk about what you believe she's doing. And when you do that, you kind of attack a person's character, put in bad taste in people's mouth when it comes to her. And then also in their mind, like, is she really stealing from her own charity? Is she paying herself from this? That's kind of like, and it's not to the extreme of saying like, you know, Candy took me down to some dungeon and stuff.
The lies. There you go. This bitch. The lies.
But you are basically, you got to remember that, you know, people are trying to build themselves a platform. People trying to build themselves something. And when you automatically say that, but damn, do I want to do anything with her? And so that's the thing that Jen has to be mindful of, because even if Danielle is new to this whole platform, she's new to these girls, she's trying to build friendships, sisterhoods, she's trying to build a brand. And when you automatically saying that she's doing that, it's really up. And if somebody was to do that to me, I'm gonna be pissed just as pissed as Danielle was. And so Jen took it upon herself to put her hands on Danielle.
When she got her personal space.
Right. When she got here, you have to be able to handle yourself. Like Candy stepped in Marlo's face.
No.
Candy handled herself, right? She didn't put her hands, she didn't touch. She said, I'm gonna back away. Like she did Nene, I'm gonna back away before I up.
You know what? I'm gonna stop talking to you right now before I get blowing up on your ass.
So I think that when Jen put her hands on Danielle by pushing her, in anybody's mind, the normal reaction is to push back, is to swing. Is it our fault that because these women drink, that she had a drink in her hand and the drink came with it? Hey, it's not our fault. So
I'll say this though, Trei, I agree with you on the point of Danielle building a brand. That's one thing I really like about Danielle. Her being a new housewife, she is taking the opportunity of what she has. And like you said, that can mess up a lot of deals, a lot of partnerships. So I agree with you there, because I do like that Danielle is running with what she has and all the likeness from the fans and, have bougie kids. And like you said, having these different events and fundraisers, like she's building a brand for herself and her family that could tarnish something. So I do agree with you there for that, especially.
Danielle, the advice that I would give you, if she is brought back, which I think she should be one of the people that is brought back, you really don't have any loyalties to anybody. You just got to be your own person. You got to stand on your own 2 feet and figure out how to navigate. Don't listen to this person. Don't listen to that person. You 2 seasons in, so you're brought back for a 3rd season, girl. You know how these girls move. An alliance today is not your alliance tomorrow.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And Trei, what was the Alexis, did you say about the tagline?
It's hard not to burn bridges.
Look at that.
When you're on fire.
I said that her tagline should be hard not to burn bridges, but in New Jersey, that's all we have.
Burn them all.
That should have been her tagline.
All they burn every goddamn body bridges, child. Ain't nobody loyal to nobody. Speaking of loyalties, let's move on to one of the biggest stories of the season is the bridges and the loyalty between Margaret and Jackie. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna say this. Jackie Gold Snyder is probably one of the biggest disappointments in Housewives history, in my opinion, up until the revelation that happened on the season finale. Jackie came in a couple of seasons ago, and she was, Teresa, girl, you are a fraud. You went to jail. You ain't this, you ain't that. She was calling Teresa out on her bull left and right. Then she got demoted. And now, of course, she came back this season. And all of a sudden,
It's the demoted for me.
She got demoted and still came back.
got demoted and still came back as a friend. She completely switched sides on us. Trei, you didn't see this, but Jackie came on and she used to read Teresa for film.
They used to hate each other, like
And
fight.
I loved it because
I
felt
didn't.
Like Jackie was a new person. She was fresh. Her perspective was new, and she just called it like she saw it.
Trei lies.
No, whatever.
Okay, girl, bye.
Teresa is full of shit. Okay?
How dare you?
Ciao.
Teresa is the shit.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Whatever. She is boo-boo the boo.
Okay. Yes, honey, boo-boo.
But Jackie came in and she was like, girl, please, you went to jail. You are a criminal. Read Teresa for fifth. Teresa couldn't keep up with Jackie. But all of a sudden, this season, she came up and she's Team Teresa. I am completely thrown by
Because she wanted to get show. She knew better. Because staying on the other side, she wasn't gonna get airtime. That's why. Because she knows.
So, this is my 2 cents on Jackie. Jackie reminds me of somebody who joins a group of friends and plays sides so that she can be relevant in a group of friends.
That's what she was this season.
And it was so weird because even as we watched the last episode, and she basically, I could see in her face where she's like, all right, I need to admit that I did talk to this person I ain't got nobody talking to. Like the camera literally was on her face. So I feel like she's the type of person who's going to play, straddle the fence. So what's going to work for her. I don't like her. I don't like Teresa. I think both of them are like just toxic. I just couldn't gravitate to her, and I tried to like Teresa because I felt like she kind of reminded me of somebody that my mom used to know, but it just didn't work.
History of Jackie and Margaret. They're really good friends. Margaret has been one of Jackie's biggest advocates. So much for that, even when Jackie was demoted, she was still advocating for her. And then all of a sudden, she switched up on Margaret and that team this particular season. And she was like, well, Margaret, you act like I owed you something and yada, yada, yada. I really think that the producers gave Jackie an ultimatum. If you want to come back this season, you got to be Team Teresa.
And that's what I'm saying, though. She knew what she needed to do.
That's the only thing that I can possibly think of is why she switched teams like that.
Margaret is the ringleader if you're on that side, unfortunately. And Margaret calls the shots and everyone listens.
Come on, ringleader.
And unfortunately, like you said, she was given an ultimatum and she took it. I'm sorry, Jackie's the type that wants the fame and likeness. Even what she said about her book, she's like, I thought I would get a #1 bestseller. I'm like, you're not even a full-time housewife. How do you think you're gonna get a #1 bestseller? Like, come on now. I mean, you're not Teresa.
Did you always think that about Jackie, though?
Yes.
She didn't give that to
Oh,
me
that
the
gave
first
that to
couple
me.
seasons.
I seen that first season she was on. Yes,
I
I did. I seen it. Oh, yes. I never cared for Jackie. I thought she was an opportunist.
Yeah, I see it.
I see an opportunist. I've seen that since day one. I still see it. Doesn't mean what side you're on. You're still an opportunist.
Trei, don't listen listen to Gallo. What you see is
No, Trey is saying from his own perspective.
Because he's only seeing who Jackie was this season. This Jackie that we saw this season, Trey, was not the Jackie that we saw in the previous
No, but
season.
Trey, you got to remember this. She was on the other side previously because she thought she was going to get somewhere with that. Then she got demoted, and then she had to switch.
That's why I
Exactly. Yes.
The benefit of what's going to make her look or do well.
Because being on Margaret's side is not going to get you anywhere.
Yes, it will.
No, that's why they're all going to be off the show.
Mirror, first of all, what you're not going to do is do that.
Margaret is the blonde.
The blonde, yes. It's not. There's no storyline there.
I like Margaret.
I like Margaret too.
I don't care for Margaret.
Jackie,
Jackie, bye. Bye, girl, bye.
Jackie, you were on the wrong side of history, friend.
She's on the right side of history, but she needs to go anyway.
Loyal to who you were loyal to. And the sad thing about it is, Gallo, you want to say Team Melissa, but it's not Team Melissa, it's Team Mar.
You in charge of the girls, right?
I am in charge of the girls.
Are you in charge of the girls?
I am in charge of the girls.
Exactly.
Jackie, now, bitch, you dropped that bomb on the season finale when you basically said, you know what? I wanted to tell you, but yes, I was meeting with Louis' ex.
I met with her. I met with her.
What annoyed me about that was the fact that Teresa sat there and acted like it was okay. Oh, I knew it was okay. She did it because I heard her. What kind of foolery is that?
But no, that made sense, I feel.
It still don't make, it doesn't make sense.
Make it make sense, Gallo.
I'm not saying it's 100% making sense, but if me and you, Trey, are at each other's, hating each other, we're gonna do anything. Well, I wouldn't do that, but I'm saying most people would do some, dirty stuff.
Ooh, gag order! Let's talk about the order.
And I mean,
and did you hear her excuse why? She said, I did it in case I needed, like something. Like, bitch, what? Y'all like 50, 60 years old.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Jackie's way younger, and Jackie's new to the show. So Jackie needed to try to stay relevant to keep herself on the show. And that's why.
Jackie's not new to the show. She's been on the show for several years, Gallo.
Yeah, but she's still newer compared to Teresa. Teresa's the OG, triple OG queen.
Let me tell you what happened, Trey. Teresa started a lie about Jackie's husband.
No, she didn't start a lie. She heard a rumor.
This is a rumor that I heard. From who? I can't say the person's name. Teresa.
Girl, rumor lie, just like we said that.
She heard she just heard something.
I heard a rumor. Okay, well, you know what? I heard that Gia snorts coke in the bathroom at parties. I heard it. I don't know where I heard it from. I mean, I heard from somebody.
Oh, now that's how you clear a bitch.
I heard.
And Trey, she brought it to Jackie herself. She didn't tell anyone else. She brought it to Jackie first.
Girl, really?
This right here, this is better than the TV. This right here.
Maurice, you're biased, okay?
I know you fucking lying, bitch.
Bitch.